Porter Airlines will be the first to operate from the new terminal, offering flights to 12 Canadian destinations using modern, quieter aircraft. The terminal spans 21,000 square meters with 9 boarding bridges and features retail outlets exclusively from Quebec-based businesses. Montreal Metropolitan Airport is set to open a new terminal on June 15, 2026, in Saint-Hubert. This development introduces a second option for domestic air travel in Montreal, expanding the city's airport infrastructure. The terminal design honors the historic 1930 R-100 airship visit, reflecting the region's rich aviation heritage. Porter Airlines will utilize both turboprop and jet aircraft, increasing flight options and fostering competition in the area.
This airport upgrade significantly increases capacity, handling up to 4 million passengers annually and supporting jet aircraft, which positions it as a competitive alternative to Montreal Trudeau Airport. Porter Airlines is expanding its presence by introducing a dozen new routes operating from the renovated Montreal Metropolitan Airport starting mid-June, connecting key Canadian cities with frequent weekly flights. Despite rising fuel costs and travel demand uncertainties, Porter is optimistic about growth, aiming to become one of Canada's busiest airports, with critical investments fueling this expansion. The court's decision will affect not only Quebec but all of Canada by clarifying provincial powers and potentially reshaping the balance between individual rights and collective societal values. Quebec invoked the notwithstanding clause to protect this law from legal challenges based on the Charter of Rights. The Supreme Court's review will assess how broadly this clause can be applied and its implications for religious freedom. Quebec's Bill 21 bans public workers like teachers and judges from wearing religious symbols, reflecting the province's deep commitment to secularism known as laïcité, a value since the Quiet Revolution. Along with the database, the police are rolling out new guidelines to reduce racial profiling. These changes aim to provide better oversight and foster fairness within the force. The broader 5-year plan targets the elimination of discriminatory practices by 2030 and encourages community engagement through assemblies to improve relationships between police and citizens. Montreal police have launched a new centralized complaint database to address discrimination and racism. This tool is designed to enhance accountability by tracking complaints against officers throughout their careers.
Quebec has declared a measles outbreak with 2 confirmed cases and multiple exposure locations in Montreal and the Laurentians region. 1 case is travel-related, while the source of the other is still under investigation. Authorities advise anyone exposed and unvaccinated to isolate and monitor for symptoms like fever, cough, and rash for up to 21 days. Vaccination with 2 doses is essential to prevent further spread, highlighting its importance amid rising measles cases worldwide. Key exposure sites include the emergency room at Montreal's Saint Justine Hospital, where about 100 people may have been exposed on March 21st. Additional sites in the Laurentians include pediatric urgent care and child care centers from March 10th to 19. Several Canadian Pride organizations, including those in Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver, have asked the federal government for $9 million over 3 years to help cover rising expenses. This funding aims to support around 200 festivals nationwide with $3 million each year. Currently, federal funding of $1.5 million is allocated mainly for security services. The new request focuses on increasing support for infrastructure, attracting performers, and making up for losses as corporate sponsorship has declined in recent years. Without stable funding, many Pride events could face challenges in scope and scale. Smaller festivals, which rely heavily on volunteers and lack corporate support, provide vital safe spaces for the LGBTQ+ community, while local businesses also see significant economic benefits during these celebrations.